Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. Today I'm going to tame this guy here, an leaky oil fissure. Maybe we should analyze it before we're going to do that. But the other thing I want to do is remove this. I don't have anyone that can actually do that. So what I'm going to do is go over and create something so that Masterworks Art Booster so that we can get the ability to do fossil block usage. So one of these, please. Now, since we're going to be waiting for that figure, how about we go up here and deal with this carbon dioxide guys also. Okay, that one already has been analyzed. Excellent. This one should be much easier. Essentially, I want to get radiant pipes going through, and actually maybe I was going to put crude oil through that. Maybe we'll actually upgrade that to petroleum now that I think about it. Do a little bit of cleanup in here. So I've got some pipes, liquid pipes, bottom little section, and this little side here making out of lead. Granite for the rest. Gas piping is similar, except for I'm using gold amalgam over this little section. So we'll send in some hydrogen. And I guess now some petroleum. So maybe I'll need to take a moment, once this is done, to start the process of creating petroleum. The other thing is, do I want to have some sort of limit, probably, on pressure? Maybe temperature? Now that I think about it, maybe not, but I'll put it in anyways. It's not going to hurt. So we'll have that sitting there with the AND gate. Oh. Okay, that didn't work the way I was thinking. This should be fine though. Just do this, this, and this. Oh! Oh! Oh. Apparently I'm giving my base a heart attack. I thought this was going to be a nice casual episode. All important tile here. Gonna make that out of gold. Okay, block off, block off. Okay, so that's been blocked off. But we have lots of carbon dioxide. That can threaten. The bionic dupes are probably going to be fine, but the regular dupes are at risk. So we're going to build some of these gas reservoirs. Get a pump going down here. Start getting rid of that. Maybe we should have another pump down here. We'll get this going first. Yeah, dupes are having to hold their breath, and we're starting to pump that out. So I'm going to put another pump over here. I'll have to watch this wiring. We're going to start to send too many pipes. Maybe I should be connecting in to this little section. What is that? That's going to pump you. You're not stuck, are you? Again, you are stuck. Okay, sorry, dude. Okay, we're going to undo this wiring because by the time I switch to something else, I want to have a different type of power in there. Actually, you know what? Hold off on that little section. But main thing is I just want to have a separate conductive line that's going to feed into this. Maybe that guy as well. How are things looking up here? Oh, whoops. I put this in. That's supposed to be for carbon dioxide, which is clearly an issue right now. Carbon dioxide. 60 there. So that's that running. This is this guy running. Oh, is that going to be enough? The pressure is high, but yeah, now I've got, that's right, there's no gas mask usage anymore in this little area. What was this? This is for lead, that's fine. Alright, back to our project, hopefully. Let's take this little brine ice, get that out of there. bit of brine from here. Get that out of there. I don't know if it matters, but we want that out as well. I think there's only... Oh, yeah, that's right. Only certain dupes can do that action. Putting in a second transformer for this conductive line. Putting in a oil refinery down here. Let's store some of that petroleum over in here. Let's just make sure that this gets emptied before this goes too far. Curious if we ever did get Masterworks. Maybe Megalo, you can take that. Did that work? Megalo, who else is bionic? Trude. No one has the ability. Oh, I could always swap it with something. Trude, let's just take your strength and swap that out with Masterworks. Make this a priority. Get rid of that since I have got this door here blocking regular dupes. Alright, quite the mess to clean up here, but let's have a look. Alright, so this hopefully will go into this guy. Why is this guy not accepting the crude oil? Oh, because it... Oh, that's picky. Won't actually take it unless there's an actual pipe there. Oh yeah, I guess so. Alright, so we'll do that and have that be able to operate. So just realize that I built this in very radioactive environment. We probably don't want that. Let's put in a ladder right there. We also want some lights for whoever's going to operate our oil refinery. We've got the process of getting petrol. And we'll need, let's click this, do the copy button so we can get up a little bit higher. And this has been taken out. Awesome. So now we can do some work over here. See a bit of oxygen here, so we're going to look for select the gas. Maybe we'll knock that over. Create a mesh tile right here. We'll also load in some of the petroleum that we're making as well as connect into our hydrogen line. And I also realized that I don't have any bionic dupes that can actually build this, so I can't remember, did I specify this to be created or not? Yes, I did. Electrical engineering booster. Go end up there. And I think we're going to need a ladder going across to complete. Let's click on this, hit copy, put that right down there. Let's check on this. Okay, so hydrogen is spinning around here. Excellent. What about petroleum? Not yet. Because why? Because... Wait, we still don't have petroleum? Oh, yeah. I guess we need to do this. Made a no. Where's our washroom? We got water in the washroom. Why are you guys... Wait, why are you guys making a mess? Rapto, was that you? Popped eardrums. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, stress is probably gonna be a nuisance. Made a mess. Rapto and Alos. Rapto. I'm assuming this is because... Where is their stress level? 20... No, they're only at 29%. Well, let's slow things down. Why are dupes making a mess? If I've got running water. Oh, okay, it's not water going in, it's a polluted water not being able to go out. Okay, for starters, let's cut this. But that's not really the main problem. Okay, so this system is backed up because we're not in need of water. Got it. So now the highest priority task is to build some outhouses here. Some random thing. What are we getting today? I think I already had that. Whatever. Do a little bit of mopping ups. And I'm going to build some liquid reservoirs down here. I'm also cleaning up some of the old piping. It's not being used anymore. Let's do this. Let's cut this guy out like that and that. Maybe do a connection from here to here. Oh, we might as well do that. Alright, so that's going to store some of the water away, which should get this output flowing temporarily. We've got this. Let's put that right there so the bionic dupes don't go and use that. But that's only buying us a little bit of time. Now I have to consider what I want to do with this too much water situation. So this isn't going to solve the problem long term, but I'm going to get more liquid reservoirs down in this area. Let's open this area up a bit for that. Make mesh tiling going across here. From this point on, maybe we could just do regular tiling up to maybe this point. Open this up just because. Take that out, and we'll get busy with a little construction in here. So we're going to build all these liquid reservoirs, but now I think I've got an idea of how to throttle this system. Essentially, I'm consuming water from over here as polluted water, and over here, like that's mixing so far. Seems to, oh, I guess I'm not doing that. Well, I guess, well, while it's mixing here, it's going above 0.1. Okay, so yeah, that's why we're not having freezing the pipes issue. So what I want to be able to do is throttle this instead of just always letting it go through as I've got it set up right now. Maybe we will cut this. If I can remember which, okay, there we go. Let's get rid of that guy. And we will send this up like, okay, maybe not let that be destroyed first. Oh yeah, I should probably, for the time being, cut this. We don't need any more. That's enough. That's enough. Let's have this go up like this. And I need some way to be able to control when I want polluted water go in, when I do not. Right now I do not because we've got too much. I'm thinking, let's take an automation wire from this guy, have that go down and connect into one of these. So what I'm going to do is have my water line instead to maybe feed into this. We'll go kind of across again and again and again, containing a bunch of water. I just don't know whether it makes sense to have the automation wire set up on the front or the back one. I'll take a quick moment to think about my options. So I've made my decision. I am going to actually set this automation wire to go on the second last one, not the last one. Thinking This will give me a little bit of buffer room for more water here. So essentially we want to disconnect that. We'll have water go through that. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Guess it's very important we do this. Oh, no, that's not what I had intended. Let's have that go like that. Technically, we can get rid of that. Okay. Maybe as one final... Actually, I already have this. One final thing. Just to get out of this jam, we'll put this in like that. As a sort of get us out of this situation. Worst case, that's just going to dump water down here. Probably want some sort of notification if this happens again. Maybe we'll put that on this last guy. Maybe up like that with a notifier. And I'll put something to the effect of, okay, so how is this? Maybe 50, or even 10. So that's going to give us a true. Now, I guess we would want a knot. Put a knot right there. Spin that around like that. And I will have, if that ever happens, let's go pause zoom, too much water. Okay, so there's that. Let's check this other one right now. This one I'll put maybe 50-50, and that can go until we reach that. So now we're in the situation, I don't mind this going through. We've got this water here, which technically... You know what, let's just make that a big bottle of water. That's the easiest way to deal with that. Take that out. And drain the pipes here and here. Whoa. Okay. All right. Hoping that will... Okay, important place to mop up. I should probably look around to see if there's anywhere else. That's probably the most important place to mop up. Next to the fridges. Okay, still lots of carbon dioxide. Let's have a look at this lens. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we do have the pumps running. Maybe I should start the process of having them drain out from this guy into our carbon dioxide line, which we could go through like this. I don't know what that's connected to, so let's just do that. And I guess we're going to need tile right there. And then, okay, maybe I can leave things alone for a bit and come back to this, but, oh, did we ever get this made? Okay, we did. No. Assign some skills later, but, I almost wish it would organize these by bionic versus regular. Whereas, True, you're the other bionic. Let's take that away and give you, nope. Just give you back what you had. Give you electrical engineering booster. So, Trude should be able to go in here, finish this finally for us. And then finally, what I intended to be done today, I see that the dupes have cleared this out, so we get the polluted water. That is good. I can finally do some work around here. For starters, going to take out some of the material that's sitting in there. Also realizing that the petroleum line is not spinning through. It's because I need a little bridge. Put that right like this. Take that out. Let's see if this heavy wire joint plate can be made. Okay, so there is petroleum. Oh. You know what? Let's just let's temporarily restore this guy. Let's put in sweep only everything over here. Nothing is flowing. Why? Let's cut that right there. Should be flowing, right? Oh, no power. Oh, right. Oh. Gonna put in a temporary transformer. Still dealing with that carbon dioxide. Let's see if that carbon dioxide line is going out. It is. Good. Maybe we can reverse that. Would that make sense? I don't know that that would ever actually... You know, I think it's just easier to pop that. Do that one too. Okay, area is looking a little bit cleaner. Oh, and we got some polluted water. Maybe we just get rid of it by this. Whoops, no, this. But I don't need that running forever. That's probably enough. I would have. Yep, it's done. It's enough. Let's take that out. And I can get rid of this pump. So we can get rid of this pump, that wire, that transformer. I also want to put in 2 tiles here because I don't want to spill all this crude oil. Such that this guy's going to output more and more stuff. Let's see if we got rid of that polluted water. Oh, not entirely. Let's take a moment to have a look. 1,000,000 calories of food. These guys are happy. We have not enough for the Laura plants to run at the moment. Maybe I should take a moment to reconfigure this. So clearing this space out here for another incubator. I'm going to put this door here. I want to be careful because if I do this, I could get eggs here, so I want to have an auto sweeper that can access that. That's this guy here. Also want to have the dupes to be able to go up and around. I don't want to extend this out too far because then I would have to just have more auto sweepers. I don't know if this is going to work, but got a comment here from Anurag. I hope I pronounced that right or close to right. But they were saying the Mimica. Why are you not using Mimicas for Laura plant? And the reason is, there's no good reason, I just did not think of it. That's brilliant. So let's give that a go over here. Put in a storage area for some dirt. Actually curious if this works too. This is a much simpler setup. If it works. Let's throw some connection into that. I don't know how many more of these things. I've been digging out a few more. 5 more. Okay. Can cover that. As far as Mimica, how are we doing at the moment for these guys? Mimica 178. What? Plant that. Copy that. And let's put in another one of these right there. We might as well do a little bit of mopping up. Just want to have these doors closed. We got some Laura plants waiting to go. I'm assuming we're just short nickel. That's why we're having trouble with this little section. Oh, more polluted water. What's going on? What? Oh, we're still having issues with this. I didn't check in on this. Okay, so Yeah, there's still something that needs to be done here, isn't there? Alright, so today we will not be addressing our leaky oil fissure like I had planned. That'll probably be next time. Let's solve this problem a little bit better. Thinking I'm going to have separate water sieves for providing new water when and only when it's needed. So essentially the output of this, disconnect this. This will feed into this guy here. Now, I want to be careful because I don't want to provide very cold liquid for too long into here. So this is no longer going to be a thing. Let me just, okay, get that going. So we're going to mix the water at this point. So this is going to be our cool polluted water going into this with the regular polluted water. That is going to be a risk, but I think I'm going to aim to address that later today. Put that in like that. So we'll put in a storage of sand in between with an auto sweeper. Feeling like power's going to be a bit of an issue, so how about we add in another transform? Yeah, definitely. Have this go along like this. Maybe have a dedicated line for power, or providing power to our water sieves. Go across like this instead. Run some piping, do that now. Okay, so we're going to be pushing water in and out of this zone. Oh. No, that's not the right spot for that. Bad. Instead, let's do this. And this. And, undo that a little bit, piping. Okay, so water's flowing. Clean this up. That and that. And I think that was just a little end that can be cleaned up. Okay, so we've got temperatures here, which is 12 degrees at the moment. That should cool this off such that this becomes backed up. There we go. That is much better. Can get rid of some of that automation wire that I was trying out earlier. I think that is what we're going to do, but maybe I'll just take a brief moment because I know that this liquid is going to get, it's already at freezing temperature. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this over here. Take out some of this stuff. And we'll have this line essentially feed our water sieves, a few other things. Just one more pipe or a piece of wire. There we go. Okay, so I will get this to go up like that, and then connect this into that, and that will feed this little section. The other thing that I'm putting in is some radiant pipes over here. I'm going to make this part of it. Instead of heating this up, why don't I use this as a cooling system? But the other thing that I'm going to do is I think I'm going to get rid of this whole setup over here, which ups temperature to, I guess, 30 degrees or so. The only reason I was doing that, as far as I can see, was for these guys. I think I'm going to have a separate heating line that's going to be dedicated to keeping these guys warm. And a separate one where the rest of the base can be a little bit, allowed to be a little bit cooler. So let's start on that. So extending a little bit of radiant pipe down here. And I realize I've been stealing coolness from this area down here. And I want to maintain the temperatures. So perhaps we should stop doing that. And instead take coolness from over here for maintaining the deep freezer HVAC system. So we'll install that. And clear this area out over here. Perfect. Let's just check. Maybe just to be safe, we'll add that little bit right there. I think we should be good. So we're going to relocate this liquid temporizer in here, dump some water on top of it. Also realizing this has not been built. That's because Trude was told you're not allowed in there, so make that happen. I wish there was a specific door called Bionic Door, or regular Duke Door. That'd be quite nice. Still have backing up of this system here. Wait. Why? Oh, this is throttle. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's this guy who we need to concentrate on draining, which is currently ongoing at the moment. Okay, so maybe just for temporary purposes, we should do this. So radiant pipes going around here. Not actually connected to anything though at the moment. Radiant pipes going in here. We can start to have water be dropped off inside this. We've seen that these guys are a little bit backed up. Come back and address that at some point. Maybe not today. While we're waiting for that water to go in, Matthew had suggested that Amber go through this line. Now, the one thing I don't like about this plan is it uses a bit of metal, but I thought, why not be cheap? Let's drop that Amber off right here, have that fall down. That can land right there, and that should make this auto sweeper send that into this conveyor belt. If that's the case, maybe we can get rid of that storage bin. It's going to go over there. Let's make sure that I've given this power. I've given you power. Okay. Let's get that built next, just that we can get the setting applied. And I see that we've got enough of these. Oh, we almost did. How quick do these critters go towards that plant? Looks like it takes a bit of time. Let's just see, show navigation. Is he just being lucky? Yep. And then up here, so we still have, we got one plant there with the Mimica. Oh, we missed it. There it is. Nice. Okay, make sure we copy this, send that over in there. And maybe just send you over here to kind of kickstart this. Why no? Oh, yeah, you're in the process of making eggs. No, never mind. I'll leave you alone. Okay, just curious to see this critter go in, but I don't want overflowing over here. 800. Yeah, let's kill that and come back. I'm just curious if we can watch this this happen over here. So it looks as if they're not attracted to it per se. Critter just spins around. And when they happen to be going up just like that, then they get caught by the plant. Okay, that's interesting. This setup here, let's make this go at maybe 20 degrees, effectively probably making that never run. Okay, now I have to worry about power. I'm going to try doing lead for everything. Oh. Huh. Want to get across here, but it's a bit of a puzzle. Let me think about this. Clearly, I'm going to have to clean up some of my wiring here, but for now, let's get this guy to go down like this. That way we could get rid of this. I can even reuse that bridge that's on this side. So, taking this out. Taking that out. Adding another cross right here. I think we've got now a connection that goes a dedicated transformer. over here. Oh, no, not a dedicated transformer. That needs to have that installed. And take that out. Alright, and I will set a temperature. Maybe we'll try 28. Whoa, no. 28 or below, then you can run. Okay, no power with... Oh yeah, probably just waiting for that transformer. No. Oh, heavy watt wire going into the transformer, I see. Alright, and then I don't need to necessarily heat up everywhere, so we'll do a little bit of insulation around starting down here. So now I'm going to connect this system over here with the cooling line of the base. At some point we're going to separate this over here such that this doesn't go up and down anymore. I'm also going to reroute where the polluted water line is going down. Instead of going down through there, we'll have it go down this side like this. We'll have that insulated. Maybe the cooling line will go, or heating, I guess technically the line over here will go up around like that. Right, let's take that out. Take that out. Okay, we can get rid of this. Let's connect into this system. Oh, I did not mean to make that, can convert that back to regular shale line. Do a disconnect right there. Maybe I will take this out and that out. Get our normal cooling line for the base going around like this. Which direction? Okay, like clockwise. Okay, so that is water spinning around the top area. Now, there's this little bit of mess. So bringing down the polluted water line, I'm going to insulate that down like this. Trying to work out, is there going to be any issue with sending water down into the system? I don't think so. But there is going to be issue with sending polluted water into my water line, so let's avoid this situation. Okay, good. So again, if I send any water in here, that's not a problem. In fact, that might be good. The other thing is I'm draining some of the water out of this setup. That'll allow us to be able to get some of this back. Take this guy out, that guy out. Let's get this dry. Basically, anything that's dry when we're done, we can delete. Okay, that is looking a bit better. The other thing that I should probably insulate is the water going into these guys. Might be a little bit cooler than this line here. Oh, I never actually connected this, did I? Okay, let's get that going. Send this up like that. This is going to be the polluted water line. Let's shut this off. Can actually get rid of that. So let's have a look now. Okay, things are looking a little bit better. Just a few extra pieces around here. In fact, that whole thing can just go into the water line. And drain out slowly over time. Feeling like this is going to go nowhere, though. Same thing as that. Sometimes it's easier to do a little bit of planning if you rip some old stuff out before you continue on. So I'm going to get rid of this polluted water line going down like this. Clean that out. Take this whole thing away. So that's a polluted water line cleanly going down like this. I'm going to insulate this water line up to here. And we'll see if we can get this thing spinning round. Oh, should have let that finish. We can take that out. And put this in like that. Actually, why wouldn't we do this and this? As well as fully get this extended like that. Take out some of these little end pieces. Doing a little bit of insulation down here. And added some insulation up here as well. Almost want to insulate along this one, along that way, but I might think about that for another time. Okay, so importantly, we want to have water go into the Ore Grove nodes. We want to have this system going round. I guess we'll have to top up a little bit more water. Ooh, water. Okay, let's take this out maybe. I'm actually going up the wrong way with water. Okay, technically that would work, but why wouldn't I have done... Yeah, again, sometimes it's easier to see once you get rid of some old stuff. Just do that. Connect this in there, and that can slowly run itself out in time. Alright, so we've got this system going now. What I want to do is have some way of topping this up, maybe like that. There we are. Okay. I don't know what this little bit here is about. I don't even know if the dupes can reach that. Maybe they could stand on top of that. Okay. I think I've got to call it for today, so I'm going to take a moment and maybe just review some of the things we've done and some of the things we've done in the past. So I would summarize today as essentially dealing with the carbon monoxide problem that I had earlier. Never did actually block this guy off. Maybe we should finalize that. As well as the water problem. So carbon monoxide and water. How are we with carbon dioxide? We still have remnants that's sitting around here. This pump's not going off though, I guess. Oh, because I'm not looking for not oxygen. Okay, maybe I'll put that in quick. Okay, so we're looking for not oxygen finally. Oh, looks like a little bit of mopping up too would also be good. And let's just end with some of the comments. So yeah, regarding this setup, this is much easier. I didn't even think of that. So thank you for that thought. What did we have there? And the automation to be able to take this out. As well as Alex, Kester, and Cedric. Okay, you guys have taught me something which I haven't done, but you were basically saying with the temp shift plate, coal is the thing to be able to use. It's over here, isn't it? Oh, I had no idea you could build this out of as many things as there are. So, Pete. Hold on, I don't think I have coal. Okay, just looking through your comments a little bit more, I see coal or peat. Okay, so in a normal asteroid, I would have coal. But on this asteroid, if I wanted to do this, maybe I'll do this some point later. But what I should have done, well, that's not the right type of volcano. I should have had templates put in here made out of peat. And that, I guess the idea is this would melt very quickly and then immediately turn into a solid block of peat, which would block off that volcano. Something I'm definitely going to test later on, but that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I will see you next time, where maybe I'll be able to come back to this guy or get involved with something else. We'll just have to find out then.